Have you ever wondered what it's like to grow up in the 80s? NES sitcoms and where's the beef ladies? Then you need to listen in your car or at work. Now it's time for Keith is a Jerk. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Keith is a Jerk. We got a full house today. I love it. We got right next to me here, we got Bobby. What's going on, Bob?
Heyo.
I'm going to point out now that Bob has been enjoying the day. We'll leave it at that, and you can figure out what it means when you hear the clinking of the ice. We got Davey. What are you saying, Dave?
Good day.
Always the gentleman. And, of course, last and certainly not least, we got Ryan LeClaire back in the house. What's going on, Ryan?
Thug life.
That's an app. And that's an app.
So much effort.
That's fine. I have the whitest voice on the planet. That's why it works.
That's actually our only comment on our podcast.
I make like Conan O'Brien sound like Isaac Hayes. I have the whitest voice.
Amazing. So today we're gonna change things up a little bit. We're actually gonna do this. This is gonna be a bonus episode for all 7 of you. We wanted to try something different today. We're just gonna do a round table. We're each gonna throw out a topic and just riff on it a little bit and just see what comes of it. I know Easter's coming up, so I thought, what the hell? Let's talk about Easter a little bit. See if anybody's got any fun Easter stories. I can start the ball rolling. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys have the Easter where your dad screamed in the middle of the night and bled all over the chocolate and cursed and yelled and then told you to go back to bed? Go the fuck back to bed, you fucking idiot.
As opposed to what, Keith?
No. That's the sound the rabbit makes, right?
We skipped that one.
Yeah.
No, that was my dad and the Easter Bunny got in a lot of fights. Usually it was like a lot against the drywall that had to be replaced from stumbling up and down stairs wherever. I think they were fighting on the stairs, but who knows?
That was just one where my dad he gashed himself good. Like, you know, like while they're setting up whatever chocolates or shit for us. And the worst part, we were way too old by that point, too. Like, there was no reason to continue this.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's different than Christmas. You keep the, the ritual going and stuff like that. But keeping the Easter ritual going is
So I do remember, like, and he's got just far too many Band-Aids, like not just
for a holiday.
Not even not too many Band-Aids for a holiday. 2 Band-Aids I think is too much for a holiday.
Right.
Like my mom's gone to too many events with 2 and we're like, we shouldn't be going. But my dad had like just patchwork. Like just patchwork, like in the middle of the night, this'll do.
Just like the Phantom of the Opera, just on the one side of Band-Aids.
And all of the chocolate had an iron taste to it. But all I knew growing up was that the Easter Bunny really fucking hated doing it and just wished these fucking kids would stop fucking asking for it.
Just a bunch of bloody like bunny footprints leading out the front door.
I don't understand what was so dangerous about Easter.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hey, man.
It seems like most of the things have a rounded
I was
edge on them.
terrified of the Easter Bunny because he would just yell out these fucking cocksuckers every time.
Yeah, and
I was like, oh, Jesus.
What the fuck did he cut himself on?
Like he had a deadly foil allergy.
I think he was trying, like, to, be sneaky because we're way too old. So he's trying to be clever and he's trying to get into the moment and put it, like, under a table or something. Gets up too quick and just rips the whole back of his, like, tufts of hair underneath.
Oh,
like,
Jesus Christ.
The Easter Bunny has black hair. I don't know if you guys knew that. It's not white and fluffy like you think. But yeah, we almost got him. We almost had him.
Oh, that rat trap or that rabbit trap almost worked.
You ever see Band-Aids in hair? It's a sight. So anyway, what about you guys? Easter? Any Easter craziness?
Like my friends, a lot of which would go to church on Easter. Is like it's an actual religious holiday. I understand. I didn't go to church growing up, so right. I had
this
no
is the
idea.
zombie Jesus story, right?
Basically.
Yeah.
And I had a powerfully non-religious upbringing, and I thank my parents for that once a week. My mom worked graveyard, and my dad was a truck driver, so they just wanted to sleep and enjoy their goddamn Sunday.
Right.
With the exception of the fact I grew up.
I hope they said goddamn.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. There's 2 churches right by my house, and one would have a roast beef supper on Wednesdays, and we would go to that. And
what a fucking inconvenience!
I know, right?
A Wednesday.
I would for the longest time growing up, I thought that's what church was, because that's the only time I was
Roast
going.
beef
The other kids would be
Wednesdays?
complaining about. I'm like, church is amazing. Do you not like gravy? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And
Body
like,
of
I can
Christ.
just picture.
Slamming wedges of roast beef in Ryan's mouth.
Well, if that's the case, I'm religious too then, because I've been eating gravy my whole damn life.
I can just picture these other waspy like families, like, oh look, the LeClairs are finally at church. All we had to do was serve roast beef.
Did your parents have shame about just showing
Absolutely
up on Wednesdays? No,
none.
they just didn't
Clearly,
care.
they'd be like, take
Yeah.
the doggy bag with them. Thanks,
Oh my
guys.
God. And
Maybe
was it
we'll see you
free?
Sunday. Yeah, maybe.
It was
Fill up that styrofoam with the blood of Jesus. More blood of Jesus, please.
And then my
I
friend
brought a
who's
kitty
actually-
cup.
It's so juice.
my
Oh,
friend-
juices.
Church traveler.
oh Jesus. Roast beef dip with oh Jesus on the side.
Dip it right in there.
Except
of
the
God.
au jus cup has a little hole on the bottom, so it just drips out.
Little Yorkshire Judas would be really good with that.
Oh, we have 7 listeners and 1 at least just left. We didn't have that. I don't know. Yeah, so religion, okay. We never went to church.
I was so
Obviously.
did you guys ever go to your friend's place and like, Keith, would you like to say grace tonight? Have you ever had that moment of
Oh,
terror?
fuck.
yeah.
It's the most
Yeah.
uncomfortable moment you can have. Like,
Yeah, I didn't. They didn't ask me. Thank God, for the lack of better term. Yeah, I dated a girl at that arts camp that I met, and I ended up going to her family's house. I had no idea, based on her actions, that this was a very religious girl. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
I was very surprised to find this out.
one commandment. Let me tell you.
Anal only.
Because she stole my heart. What are we talking?
I just almost spit Rockstar all over a very expensive mic.
So, yes,
Bob.
to answer that one. Right. And it's weird, too, because I think I was 17. So to have to be 17, and she didn't even try to, like, pair me off. Like, she didn't even try to warn me. So, first of all, that's on her.
Yeah.
Second of all, she put me next to her dad.
Oh God.
Oh,
so I gotta
man.
be 17 years old and taking this old man's mitt in my hand. And he's like doing that finger thing.
You had to hold hands.
Yeah, we had to hold hands.
Oh, I've never. Oh,
He's
What
doing the
the
finger
hell
thing?
is
You know
the
what that means,
finger
right?
thing?
Just joking. I'm just kidding with the finger.
Okay, good.
I was gonna say that's Morse code, dude.
That meant a long Easter night for you.
My family wasn't very religious, but my family went to church for like the social aspect of it. It was a united church, and I think
Okay,
that
sure.
those are the ones that I don't know aren't.
I think that was my
Crazy
roast beef
religious?
restaurant. growing
yeah,
up, too.
sure.
Whatever, like it seems like every event was
There's so
was
many.
there.
I have
Whatever
no
there,
idea.
there was always like all like the scout and beaver and cub stuff was always like held at the church, and it was just the social aspect of it.
Okay.
Right? But
Ugh,
I
still
did
sounds horrible.
I did sing in the church choir
Uh-oh.
Of course you did.
for a long time, and
It'd be better if it was a black church.
yeah, well, it wasn't. Mom
Yeah.
put me in, and every Sunday we had to go and dress up in the little robe things or whatever.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And every year we'd put on a play, and I think one of the last ones that I remember, I don't even know how old I was. One of the last plays that I remember was a play called My Way or Yahweh. And it was about some
soaking
giant
that in.
rat, I think.
Starring,
Did you
starring
guys,
Bob
did you guys
Charters?
write these?
Did you ever
plays
name
with
one
Marquis?
It wasn't starring me whatsoever. I was,
Bobby on the cross out front. Yeah,
You look like Jesus. I'm just saying.
I was gonna
gonna
say,
say,
yeah. If
bit of
anybody
foreshadowing
up
there.
My Way or Yahweh, and we had to perform this thing like I don't know.
Did you write the play,
It
or
seemed
did
like
you
it was
guys
my
all
entire
collaborate?
church life. Like
Right.
was this whole play because we performed it like probably a dozen times. To like we'd travel and do it and
my
stuff.
God.
Like this
So
is
many
old
days.
age homes and
it's
stuff.
just
Like
coming back to
villas
me
and
right
senior
now.
homes.
Like, yeah, right. Like we were, and like for almost all of the whole play, I was hiding in like a cabinet
Oh wow, that's fucking
off
great.
to the side, and then had to come out and do my thing, and then go back.
It's my way
And
or your way.
it was pretty much exactly the
Hey,
way
mister,
it was.
can you put me up for the night?
Oh, my
Holy
way or
Christ,
Yahweh
that's great.
church. That was my church experience.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about church when we were kids, obviously my family didn't go; they wanted nothing to do with that, and
Right.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, growing up in the poor neighborhood, I don't know if this was just strategy or maybe they were trying to help us, but the church used to send a bus around town to just collect the children to take to church.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, so it is a red flag. As an adult, I figured this was a red flag.
Was it?
As a kid, I was like, yeah, this is just, we're gonna go.
Was it driven by a clown named Pennywise, or like is that
Father Pennywise, be
Okay,
respectful. No, so we'd all, and so I still remember it came to I lived on a court. I was out front playing with my friends. This fucking thing comes up.
on a Thursday?
Okay,
wants
take every
roast
ridiculous scenario as an adult. And he's giving me his roast beef. And so I run into my parents and I'm like, hey, this stranger who's very old and has a boner wants to take me to church in a bus. Can I go? Yeah, sure. That's fine. Go. Like, literally, that's how much thought was put into this.
just
picture
needed to
your
say
dad being
church.
like, we're not giving him any fucking money.
Yeah, it's probably true. So
fine.
we all went to church, and then I remember the other kids, the kids across the road that I talked about a few times, they got asked not to come back anymore because we just played tag at church. Like, there was no adults, right? So we're just running around this fucking place.
Well, that's
like
all your
they're trying
parents. Your parents were like, "Yeah, you can go ahead, Keith. Like, you're essentially your name going there. Like, at least, yeah, whatever. You're gonna get us goodwill if you go.
Right.
Like, we've been there for years. I don't
It's
care.
church. What could
the
happen?
daddy boner's gonna touch you.
Was your church in a basement too?
Yeah. Yeah, that part was in the part with the kids
Yeah,
was
it
in the
was.
basement. Okay, so this is unlocking too much. Next subject. Bobby, what do you got? What are we going to chat about?
All right. So, actually, I kind of want to maybe join the two because I wasn't here for our camp discussion.
Right.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
So
That's a
as
good idea. Anything you might have missed.
Yeah, as a kid or whatever, like I had a best friend and we went to we hung out all the time. We didn't go to the same
You went to
school.
church bus?
He was a year older than me, and this overnight camp. I went to with this guy I know, like with this friend.
Yeah,
and,
Ronald,
and
the
he-
bus
he
driver.
had
I went to- oh, no,
he had
sorry.
two younger brothers too, right? And we all went to this camp, and I was like, "Cool, overnight camp. I'm going.
Right.
It's gonna be amazing, right?"
Yeah.
So I go to this overnight camp, and the first day we're there, and we do the dinner thing, and there's a little bit of a like the Johnny Appleseed kind of thing that happens
yeah.
or whatever over dinner time, and then we all go to bed or whatever. The next day we wake up, we start going through like the cycle of activities, right?
But this is like a regular camp. Like
Regular
you're
camp,
outside.
yeah,
okay.
totally, right? And then all of a sudden,
And you're in tents or you're in like like little
cabins
houses,
and stuff,
cabins,
yeah. And so the next day, one of the activities, it was like one of those like downtime activities.
Okay.
And it was like this air conditioned. It was like the only air conditioned cabin in the whole place.
Right.
We get there, and I'm like, okay, what happens now? And it was Bible study.
Oh.
And I'm like, what? What is it?
They bamboozled you.
I'm like, Joe, what is this place? He's like, this is Bible camp or whatever. I'm like, oh, but we've been doing all this cool stuff,
Right.
though.
The crosses on the way in
Right?
didn't tip you off.
Yeah, I had no idea. So we go and we listen.
Did the name of the
I'm
camp
listening to
have
these
Sacred
Bible
Heart
stories.
in it?
I just fell asleep. That's all I did. I just
Yeah.
fell
Right.
asleep and listened to this.
Yeah,
And-
you fell in hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, it's yeah. I learned a lot
Oh, dude.
that week.
Yeah, that sucks. Hey, Bobby, you know who else loved baseball? A little man by the name of Jesus.
That's right.
Come on,
That's
come on to this nice air-conditioned room. Let me tell you all about him.
You know what?
why
That's fair. There's a
that's
lot of
why-
Jesuses in baseball right now.
Exactly, Dave. That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's right.
And that's where Bob's love of baseball started. Well, his love of bats
Couldn't
anyway.
believe I got like suckered into a Bible camp
I do like that you didn't know
for
until
like
then.
for honestly almost 24, 36 hours. I had no idea I was at a Bible
Brilliantly
camp.
structured on their part. Brilliantly.
Bob's
Yeah.
just going to bed when everybody's praying too, like a heathen prick. Guys, quiet. It's a long day. Long day. Did a lot of tetherball today.
Yeah, that's-
I'm trying to bang these broads on the other side.
Oh, God. I'm picturing young Bob at like,
Hey, if there's anybody that could wheel a
mixed
13-year-old in
camp.
Bible camp,
yeah.
it'd be
That's-
Bobby, right? And those
it
were
would be 13-year-old Bobby. Let's say that.
I'm not saying it wasn't the greatest summer of my life.
I don't know what it was about, like those teenage years when you knew,
You
like
were quick
there
on
was-
the anal comment. Really quick on the anal comment with the religious girl there, Bob.
I'm going to take that out. That'll get
Could
edited.
you?
Please. Please.
Amazing. Davey, what else? What else you got?
I think we just hit a lot of my topics. But I don't know. I have such a hard time with religion, man.
Yeah, okay.
I'm willing to go there. I don't care. Like they.
Hi, everybody. Just taking a quick break here. I need to slow this down because this part, Dave got a little. Here's some of the highlights.
I'll believe anything. Like I've seen enough shit in my life to know.
Okay, that's not going anywhere good. I promise.
People have done some shitty things in your name, but like here you are, so whatever.
Pretty much sums up religion right there.
There was something about a religious girl, though, wasn't there? Like we can all reflect back now and think about 2 or 3.
Okay. Yep. Nope. That's this. It really goes off the rails here. It's probably a good 15 minutes on this subject. I'll just play you the ending just so you can piece it together.
Like super religious, like
Yep. I think he manages to bring it back. I think it's right around here.
My drunk dad.
Here we go. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the podcast. Happy Easter.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny about religion?
It's kind of like what Santa did to Jesus on his birthday.
Right. I don't know. Look, if we're talking about religion, yeah, this is the thing. This is where it starts getting more into the Gervais thing. It's not as funny. Like I get it. I get why religion was invented. You know, it's like people had a farm. 2 people had a farm. One guy's crops were dying, and he had a family to feed, and was like, "Well, my neighbor's is going pretty well. I could just go over and murder him, and then I've got all these crops to feed my family." And that would just happen. Right? Like he would just go over in the middle of the day and slaughter this dude and take his shit. And so they had to invent something to say, hey, whoa, there's somebody else who's watching us from above. And if you do bad now, you don't get to go there. Right? Like I get the need for creating this thing that's saved a lot of people's lives.
That's why people like Big Brother.
Right. Exactly. Right. It's the exact same. Identical. Yeah, I don't know. You know, look, believe what you want to believe. I have no idea.
Faith is an absolutely independent thing. Like if it makes you feel better, whatever you want to believe, it doesn't fucking matter. Faith is an independent thing altogether. And if it makes your life better, but the moment people start spreading the word and saying that it's going to make the world better or like what you believe makes the world better, fuck you. Keep it to yourself. That's all.
Yeah, you know what? Here's a good way to look at that, though. I can't stand anybody who's defined by any one thing.
Religion and CrossFit, same boat.
Right, yes, yeah, exactly. Vegans, CrossFitters, you know, all of this fake Facebook outrage, all of it. Just, I don't care.
Just be a good person, don't be a dick. And give people chocolate on Easter.
And don't bleed all over it, please.
Right, God damn it.
Okay. Any other topics? What do we want to? Anything else we want to shoot the shit about?
I can splice in. I didn't get a chance to be a part of the Crushes one.
Yeah, here we go. This is what I was waiting on.
Thank you so much for the shout out in the end of that, and Keith Cooper saying, "I can't wait to hear what Ryan LeClaire." The fuck does that mean? You just look at me. You just see a big like Ziploc bag overfilling with sadness. Is what you look at when you see me.
It's not so much that. As it is.
It is that, but it's not so much that.
No, not a good Ziploc bag. Not a resealable Ziploc bag. One of those shitty ones.
Inside the bag of sadness is also a lot of uncomfort and shyness.
So I can remember you guys touched on this, the passing of the notes in class and stuff like that. Do you like me? Yes, no. Like you said, Keith, you would like gray out the no box like it's an iTunes purchase that you can't get right now or whatever.
You rip the paper so that it's almost non-existent, and they're going to have to wreck it if they want to hit it. They still did.
Did you guys ever get the no? I got a no once, and here's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you guys are all married, you've all proposed. When you propose, you're pretty confident on the answer. So when you're sending the note...
I can't imagine anybody proposing and not knowing the answer.
Exactly.
When you fold up a note and send it, I think you're as confident as if you're about to propose. Like, right. I sent it, and it was just circled so many times.
Oh.
And there was a pencil change mid. It went from green to red.
She had like the 4-color pen, and she used every single one of those 4 colors to circle the note.
At the bottom of the note it says, you owe me $2.99.
She had that fucking giant Crayola box where you can sharpen the crayon in the back. She did a little sharpen, and she sent it back to me.
What's worse was this wasn't even a girl at like Ryan's school. It was just a message in a bottle.
So yeah, and then the moment, like I didn't think for a second I would get rejection. So then the moments, however old
Wait,
I am,
wait,
it's
okay,
like
so
7.
hold on to this. In your Ziploc bag, how much confidence is in there about this situation?
That
Are
was
you
the last
feeling-
day. That was as
You're
alcoholics.
feeling like it's gonna come out
yeah,
your way?
It's like people with a serious disease describe their last good day. That was my last good day.
Right.
Have you
was my-
talked to her at this point and stuff? Like you know
Oh,
her?
we didn't exchange many words after that, Keith. No,
But did you before?
I believe so. I don't.
You believe so, or it happened?
I believe so is not a confident answer, sir.
It was a long time ago. I don't remember. I remember being confident.
I believe.
Well, I
I,
have no
remember,
idea
I remember
how we
having
made
this
fun of you
conversation
last
with
week.
you.
I have no
I
idea.
believe I was confident.
I believe the 1%. It doesn't.
For me
go.
and my
Oh,
sock, it
boy.
always came out just fine.
That's right. That's between you, the sock, and the magic 8-ball.
All right, so we're
Goes
gonna-
home with that note, even though it's a no, it's still something. He's like,
She acknowledged me. She wasted a lot of wax
Pinning
to
it to
have
that
that crayon.
sock.
Means something.
No, the closest I came to that, like, I never got the no. Thank God. I mean, I do think I was just had the wherewithal to know, don't send that. Don't send that. I did get a straight up hang up, though. Like, my friend was like,
Oh, you'll enjoy my next
yeah,
story.
do you like Keith? Like,
Okay,
and
so-
long, he just left it there. Like, I was like, hang up the phone. It's such a terrible sound, man.
So this is what happened to me. We're going to fast forward into the sad bag there. My buddy, the one who I described in the previous podcast who finger banged a girl in a haunted house at the
Horrible
festival.
term still. I'm not
Yeah.
over
Yeah,
that.
nope.
I'm going to work it into every single podcast I can.
I got
So he's
goosebumps.
very good with the girls.
So does every girl.
I'm not good with the girls. So he decides he's going to call.
I bet you he doesn't call it finger banging.
Agree to disagree. So he says, okay, I got this perfect girl for you. I'm going to call her. And you guys remember when you had phones in the house, I could pick up another line and
Right,
listen
right.
in and just kind of, muffle.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, I remember doing that at other people's houses.
I feel like you guys know where this is going. So he's like, so what do you think of my friend Ryan? And she's like, just that noise and She's like, well, he's a really nice guy. And like, I'm
boy.
immediately, I just want to hang up and like he's a good friend. He's trying to make a case for
Right,
me.
right.
And she's like, oh, he's really good at basketball. She's like, I don't care. Like, and
Have
so
you seen his fingers?
so she just keeps going, and I'm trying to like, I've had enough. I'm trying to hang up the phone, but like I don't want to make a noise while I'm doing it, so I'm hanging it up slowly as I can just hear from the receiver more and more reasons that she just doesn't want to be with me at all. And I
you
didn't.
gotta go
I'm so
slow
disheartened. I
in
couldn't make the
slow
click.
motion.
I just let it. I just let it hover over the receiver because I didn't want to make the click. And then the jig's up. So there was about 5 minutes, and like my poor buddy must have been exhausted.
Five
Lord.
minutes. That's the slowest hang up of all time, dude.
that's a long
My
time.
arm was
You know,
killing
you
me,
only have to
dude.
go slow at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
Holy.
it's just a slow. Like you could have just used your finger. You don't really need to go slow with your one hand on. Like it was just a
I
slow
will
finger.
say that's a tough move though. Like you ever do that
There's
one where
still a click.
you're getting caught having the other line, and you're like, and you push your finger, and then you have to try and do that
Yeah.
Indiana
Oh,
Jones
yeah.
thing where
You
you put
gotta
the phone on at
transition.
the
You
same
gotta
time.
transition.
Fair enough.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's not a horrible move. I don't know. Yeah, that's not good. On your letter that you sent her that got you the no, did you say, "Do you want a finger bang"? Is that why you got such a?
No,
I
it was a
wondering if
drawing.
no?
Keith, I was
It was
wondering
just
the
a
same
picture of
thing.
a finger and a question mark.
He had one finger or two.
Holy shit.
And
right.
my bus driver actually sent me the same letter.
All right. So all right. So go in high school then. Like
Right.
high school. Here's the topic then. High school, like forbidden loves, like forbidden crushes. Then Ryan, if you can go back to thinking about.
I've got one in the clip, and I have to throw a friend of mine under the bus.
All right.
My buddy really liked this girl to the point where, you described this stalkerish technique. He actually went and like talked to all of her teachers to find out what she was like. Like he was
God.
such a sweet guy, and he was
Right.
like, anyway, so he devises this plan, and I've heard other people do something like this before. And in itself, it's not that crazy. What's kind of crazy is how you can do it. You talked about the stalker book, the phone book. Back
Right.
in the day, you
Yeah,
could look
yeah.
in a phone book, and maybe it was just in North Bay, but there would be like, the parent's number, and then it would say child's tell underneath it, and it would be the kid's line.
Really?
Like the kid has separate lines. You guys...
They posted children's telephone numbers?
Okay, so it was just North Bay, and I'm like,
Jackpot.
yeah. Was I going to say that's a
What the hell?
pedo? That's
No,
a
we didn't
pedo
have
index.
that.
That's a pedo index. Is all.
100%.
Yeah.
What? Is this a
not
special
right.
delivery?
Dave,
to
did
your
they have
house?
that in Midland? No, just
How
North
did they
Bay,
know
or-
that?
I'm not aware of any pedo indexes, and like
Okay,
they have.
but no, totally.
But
We had a-
here's
we had
the
a
deal with
second
that
line
too,
in our
Ryan,
house.
is they actually have pedos about a mile away at like the mental health center, and like that shit's not happening.
Right.
But that was in the phone book. So we
I like that. That's what's stopping them in your town.
Just a
Incarceration.
quick
No,
little.
no phone numbers for you. You got to earn it, fellas.
That's right.
Get on the bus. Keep going.
So
I'm screaming out trying to tell you guys something. Go ahead.
So he's going to call her, and he's going to do the thing. Maybe you guys have heard this. I'm going to pretend to be somebody else
Oh, no.
to find out if she likes me or not.
Oh, God.
Now,
She
here's the
Donald
incredible-
Trump them?
And the important thing is I'm right there, and I can easily do it for him. But he's like, no.
He's got the plan.
So here's the incredible part about this is
Oh,
like
this is a terrible idea.
it gets so much worse. It gets so much worse. He.
So Ryan pretends.
I'm trying to think of a delicate way of saying this in case he ever hears it. Okay, I'm just going to say this.
Ryan does his Kermit the Frog.
It's the only voice I got. And Ray Romano. So he had, I'm just going to say, he had a made up black friend.
Oh, no.
He had, I grew up in a small town with nothing but white people. It was something people would lie about. Yeah, I got this black friend in Toronto. No, you fucking don't.
Oh, no.
And he would talk about it. So he looks at me and he named him MR. MR, the letter MR, Mr.
Like Mister. Yeah.
Not a fucking word of a lie. So he looks at me
Is it
and he's like,
Mister or Mista?
You'd never do the hard R, Bob.
Never.
never do the hard R in Mister.
Come on.
So he
In
looks
this
at me.
fictional character person.
He looks at me. He's like, I'm going to call his MR. I'm going to say I'll be her friend. I'm like, my God, I can't even like talk you out of this at this point. So he calls and she picks up and it's,
I thought balls this big only chased Indiana Jones down caverns.
Yeah.
Holy Christ. Let's go. I am excited to hear how this ends.
Okay. So, the best one take acting you're going to see in your entire life. If I were to like this black voice that he did, if I were to assign it to a celebrity, it would be, I'm a donkey, Shrek.
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Eddie Murphy's as like the donkey is like, hi there.
no.
My name is Emma.
Oh man.
Do you know? I'm not going to say his name. I'll call him
Lord.
Todd. He's like, do you know Todd in English class? Do you like him? And then I can't hear what's going on. I'm just watching this unfold. He's like, oh, that's okay. Clearly she didn't like him. And then to end the call, he's like, all right, I'll see you later. Just back to his normal voice and like hangs up.
Oh my.
It was so fucking hard to watch. Like, this is a very good friend of mine. This happens normally. You should be like, I have ball busting material for the rest of eternity. But I just looked at him like, dude, I'm not going to tell anybody that happened, and you shouldn't either. That's too
Until
much.
now.
I wish the
I think the
conversation
statute
was.
of limitation is up. I
Oh
get
my
to tell
God.
that fucking story, man.
I wish that was like, oh, you don't like him?
That's some bullshit.
Well, me? Well, thank you, I think you sound pretty cute, too. Well, sure, we can go out on Fridays, Miss Debbie.
Miss
Debbie? Whatever the fuck her name was. And then he got himself into a situation where he would have to put blackface on and
my
go
God.
as MR.
This is writing itself quickly.
Holy Jesus.
Cold as MR sounds like an R&B group.
That's a Wayans movie, real quick.
Did anybody do that? I've heard of people do that before. I never had the balls to call and pretend.
No.
Oh,
God, no.
I've done.
And I'm a master impressionist.
I would be just, yeah, I can do impressions.
Dave would do like Christopher Walken calling to find out if this girl is into you.
I would only be doing all the cartoons that I
Yeah,
grew up
exactly.
on.
Me too.
Emma wants to know, do you want to date Keith? No? Fuck you too!
I just want you guys to know that whole story was just a jumping off point so Keith could do impressions.
And I didn't even warm up. They were great.
That's a good story.
That's fucking
God
crazy.
damn.
So Forbidden Love, the one thing that I think we were all involved a little bit in this one, but it was primarily hitting me hardest. In our earlier days of sketch, we had this one sketch that we had done.
Oh, yeah.
And hold on, let's go back. Okay, so growing up, raised on movies, TV shows, I fell madly in love with Alyssa Milano. Much like Ryan about to send her a note, I had pictured every conversation we would ever have.
Samantha and you.
Oh, Samantha and I were gonna get married. It was gonna be great.
Oh,
I'm sure all of us did. Alyssa Milano was
Samantha,
gorgeous.
I just still remember Tony talking to her like, Samantha.
Yeah. Well,
You-
she's exactly
you are a
about,
master
we're the same
impressionist.
age, so it was like, everything that she was in.
Hey, Mona, come on. Why are you busting my balls?
Finger bang. So, neither here nor there. That's an unachievable goal for us. We all know this. Cut to 15 years later, we're making a sketch, and I don't think we were with Funny or Die at the time. I think this was just before.
Right.
And so we made one. It was a Marley Matlin sex tape.
The name Marley
Anyway.
Matlin literally set it to the fact, all right, so somebody deaf is having sex. That's
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That was the joke. Is it a little tasteless? Sure, whatever. It was whatever. Grow up. It was our thing. Anyway, so come home one day from work, and at the time we were doing okay with our sketches and our YouTube hits and stuff. I get home and I shit you not, it says like 436 update on my messages. I was like, whoa, what the hell happened? Like I posted at like 2 PM.
I was
And
on
by
my
5
honeymoon.
o'clock. Yeah, that's right.
I remember this. I think I was on my
She
honeymoon.
lost her fucking mind. So all these deaf people are leaving comments. Well, you have woken up the mother bear and this and that and blah 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 and don't fuck you, you suck. And I was like, holy shit, I don't know what's going on. And so at the time we'd never experienced anything like that, right? Like we didn't have any ties to celebrity or anything. And so, oh no, we must have done something for Funny or Die because I'd had Craig Robinson from The Office. Oh shit, I don't know if he wants to be involved in this. I had him on like my Facebook, when you can add people and stuff like that. Anyway, because we were shooting the shit about
I think
doing
we'd
something
already
with
done
him.
Paperboy or something. Like Paperboy?
Maybe, yes.
Something
So
like that, right?
We were talking about doing something with him, so I'd had a little bit of back and forth.
We got a couple
And
big
so-
hitters. Like
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
So at that time, that's the only person I know who knows how to deal with, because the next email after the 400 messages is one from her lawyer saying like cease and desist. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do. So after that happens, this crazy thing, I get 2 phone calls, or I get that message followed right by another one from somebody who works at the Howard Stern show who says, hey, Howard's on vacation, but if you guys can keep this feud going for like another week, he'd love to have you guys on the show and talk about this.
Fuck off.
I'm like,
Really? I had no
Yeah.
idea about that. Really?
yes. Yeah.
Oh,
And
cocksucker.
So that's when I'm like, I'm trying to weigh my things. I'm like, well, shit. Am I going to be liable? Like, or is, Nocturnal Emissions Comedy going to be? You can sue them all you want. They're
Yeah,
not worth
exactly.
much.
I was on my fucking honeymoon. I would have took the hit.
So I messaged Craig Robinson because it's the only person I know who can like maybe help out with this. And so he goes, send me the link. And so I send him the link, and I'm like, what should I do? He's like, that shit's funny. Do what you're going to do, man. Fuck her. So I was like, all right, wicked. And so then I remember just sending one reply. Either myself or Derek had sent one thing where we're like, let's keep this going and see if we can get Howard Stern on it.
Yeah.
And we're like, if you guys are all going to talk at the same time, I can't respond to you. I can't hear you all at the same I can't hear you all right if you're going to talk at the same time. They fucking go ballistic. Now, admittedly, is that a dick thing to do? Yeah, of course it is, but whatever. Fuck them. They're going to war with us. I'm not going to play fair.
Shit, that's funny.
Here's where it fucking goes south. So I never get a phone call, but I'm getting multiple messages from the lawyer like, you need to reply. And so, because I've just ignored them at this point. This is all in one day. This has not gone much longer. And so I think it might have been the next day. She's losing her mind. And then
Who's losing her mind?
Marley Matlin.
Okay, yeah.
She just wants to keep this going. Whatever. She hadn't been in the spotlight. We were helping her career. Anyway, so I guess on Twitter she posted, oh, whatever, these guys. And she put the link. That's on her.
I know, that's the most ridiculous.
I was like, well,
Nobody watched this.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Then I didn't care about getting sued. I didn't care about maybe going to jail over this Marley Matlin sketch in my head, right? I don't know what the hell's going to happen. we get a message, and it's a tweet from Alyssa Milano telling us we're pieces of shit. I'm like, oh no!
You and I
I was like, no, you don't understand.
You and I lived like right next to each other at the time. I didn't know that happened. I went over to your place and I saw you afterwards, and it was a different Keith. He was like, I don't want to do this stupid Howard Stern thing anymore. It's not worth it,
It was
man.
like the married version of Alyssa Milano and I that have been married since I was 12 just got a divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, the one thing I really liked about it was we had a shit ton of people come to our defense. Not as many as her deaf army, but we had a lot of people being like, you need to settle down. Anyway, whatever. It was neither here nor there. It got us further ahead, and that was great. It
You know
was
what?
fun
I rewatched that actually the other day, and I'm like, that's pretty funny shit.
Yeah, and the girl, and I'm not even gonna say because she doesn't always love being attached. right. And, hey, good on
She's
her.
done most of the internet scrubbing to get rid of this.
She's doing some great work. So is a good friend, and we love her, and I'm not gonna hurt her. She's fucking great. Let's just say that she's spot on and did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the one who should be upset. I was like fat and gross. Like I got to be the one in the tank top. Like that's who should have been offended. If Marlee Matlin had said that, if she was like, I don't care about being in this sex tape. Just I would never be with that gross pig.
Why is Tom Arnold in my sex tape?
Exactly. Yeah. Why am I banging Brian Dennehy? You know what I mean? It was fun.
At the
It was a
same
great
time,
weekend.
too, you're never going to bang Alyssa Milano.
No. Oh God, no. But I didn't need her to tell me I wasn't.
But that was it. That was
I
the
didn't
moment.
need her to call me a piece of shit.
Like to me, but here,
That's what I could have done without.
what I'm saying though is like on my end, like I wasn't in the sketch,
Right, yeah.
so like my Alyssa Milano window is still kind of open.
All right. Here's a fun side story kicker. Cut to a few years later when I start punching up things and writing on other things, and Marlee Matlin and Alyssa Milano's name both get thrown out as possible actresses in movies that I've written, and I'm like,
Yep.
oh,
So what?
This could be an interesting
What synonym
Tuesday.
did you write under for that one?
yeah, exactly. I was like, how much have I changed since then?
David Thompson.
Yeah,
You're right, my
well, she's
name.
not going to recognize my voice. I got that going for me.
I will be your alias any day of the week.
Anyway, yeah, so that one stung. Sweet Jesus. Okay, amazing. Well, that was a lot of fun. Wicked. Anyway, this was just something if you're driving away on the long weekend and just wanted a little bit of extra horribleness to listen to. I don't know, maybe you're got a long ride to your parents, maybe you're driving a bus of kids to a church. Either way, we'll catch you next time. Take care, everybody.
Maybe they're driving away from me.
You're so sad.
'Cause his name is